Hello, Judy here from Thistledew Creations. I'm going to do a quick little yard sale haul. Yesterday we went and looked at a new job for my husband's business. Well, for both of us really. He's a kitchen and bath, he's a contractor and I'm a kitchen and bath designer, and we were looking at a bathroom job that materials will come from me and he will do the work. So we were about an hour away from home, and on the way home we hit a couple of yard sales. I got these two beautiful white ceramic, I would say, flower pots, and I just love the rose pattern in them. They're just all white. I will use these probably all year round. I may put candles in them for the holiday season, and maybe some potted plants next spring. So I got those, and then the Webster's Dictionary, English Language Dictionary, Canadian edition. Nice big thick dictionary. And I said to the lady, "How much do you want for this?" And she said $4. And I said, I'm going to tear all the pages out of it. Is that okay with you? And she says, "Well, once you give me the $4, I'll be fine with it." So I got this for $4. It's in excellent shape. Like, it's almost a shame, but look at how beautifully yellowed around the edges the pages are. And they're that nice thin, they're not super thin, but they're nice crinkly paper. So I plan to go through this one and highlight with my ink some of the words that I want to use. And that way, when I start ripping pages out, depending on what I'm ripping them out for, I will not waste those pages with particularly good words on it for, backgrounds and stuff. I'll save those for special spots. So there was a little rip in the cover, but that didn't bother me at all. I probably won't be using the cover. Although this would make a really nice big junk journal if I wanted to gut it and then sew some signatures into it and then recover it. So you never know. I haven't done that yet, but that might be something that I do down the road with some of the books that I've gutted. So I was really thrilled with that. It's a good, I would say 3.5 inches thick. No, 3 inches thick. And it's got the golden edging on the pages. Some of that's worn. So it looks like it may have been fairly well used as much as it's in really good shape. And so that was a good buy for $4. And then there was a bunch more of these, but I just got 4, 2 copper and 2 silver of the maple leaf plastic placemats. And even though they're really big, I thought that I could do either on an 8.5 and 11, I could do like the top quarter of the leaf would fit. Just find one that's blank here. So hard to look at. So if I did like there, I could get sort of that top quarter. That design on my page. Or if I was doing the page that's twice this big, the ledger paper, I could get the whole leaf on a ledger paper, just the top half of it, of course, but just the idea of being able to use that in my coffee dyeing. And I can cut one of them up if I want and then leave one whole for the larger paper. If I cut one up, then I've got even more pages that I can do at one time, you see. So I thought those were a good deal, and she charged me 50 cents each for these. You can get them at the dollar store. I don't think these ones came from the dollar store, but you can get similar things at the dollar store. Because there was another guy there at the same time as me, and he was telling her that they could be bought at the dollar store for $1. And she was looking at him like she didn't believe him. But the type of house that it was, I don't think she shops at the dollar store. You know what I mean? So she probably got them like at Winners or somewhere like that. And then I got 2 of these. This one is the shoe rack size. So it's little fabric sections, and it hangs in your closet. Hard to show you on here, but you know, it's tall and it has the little sections. New, not used, for $2. And I know these ones go anywhere from $10 to $30, just depending on which store you get them in. Still made in China, but I'll use these in my closet to store. Maybe this one is sort of meant for shoes, but you can also roll up jeans or something and put in there. So I'll do some closet organization with that. And then there was another one here, which is the bigger size. And it was $3, and it has the larger sections in it for folded up sweaters or an outfit for every day, that sort of organization. And I did like the print on them as well. But the price, I mean, usually you see them even at yard sales, they're more than that. So I thought that was a really good buy. So that means a closet organization day in my future. And then I asked her if she would take $5 for these, because there's 5 of them. And I called them tea towels. She called them placemats, which I suppose they are more of a placemat size. But I'm not a placemat person. And I said that to her, and then she wondered why I was grabbing the maple leaves. And then I told her what I was going to use them for. And she says, oh, that's interesting. And then what do you use the paper for? And I was telling her about making my own books. And she's, oh, that's interesting. So these are gingham and stripe and rickrack. So I don't know. I don't really need tea towels. Maybe I'll just use this for fabric for my junk journals, because I love all 3 of these elements, and I could take the rickrack off and use it. So there's 1, 2, I think they're all the same. 3. I was thinking of them for tea towels because I love this type of thing. Usually I want black and white, but blue's okay too. I'm a blue person. So that was a good buy. And I figure anything like this, if I can get it for $1, you can't even get them for $1 at the dollar store anymore. I mean, at Dollar Tree, they're at least $1.25, but they're not thick cotton like this. Like, this is the nice thick cotton fabric with hemmed edges. And what you get for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree is that microfiber stuff, which I've thought was really awesome when it first came out, but as you get using them, you realize they're not that great. You have to force them to absorb water, then they'll absorb quite a bit, but you have to kind of force them to do it. So there's a lot of good elements on here for $5, so I got those. And a few more things. This was the really great deal. It was a package of unused postcards, mostly vintage, and I didn't even open it. I just grabbed it and asked her how much, and she said $5. And, you know, it's about 1.5 inches thick. So I thought, okay, I can gamble on that. So I got some airmail tags. They might be stickers. I don't think they have a split back, but they might be stickers. But I thought those were neat with the Pegasus on it. And then 3 or 4 bird ones. And these are from the Book of North American Birds by Reader's Digest. So I got 4 different ones of those. And they are postcards, unused. And then this one was kind of a cute one. Here's the line I promised to drop you. And it's a postcard. And then, let's check my viewfinder here. Start way over here so I can get them all in frame. Okay, and then this one is like a New York Times, Wall Street Journal. It doesn't look like it's it's not an actual postcard, but I'll be able to use those images. And then Know Where to Land, Canada. It's a snowboarding ad put out by, Trevor Andrew must be the snowboarder, National Snowboard Team, and brought to you by Canada RRSP bonds. So that's kind of neat. Never seen that before. And then these few things, I did sort through these this morning. These few things aren't really postcards. Well, I guess some of them are. This one was just a picture. It's not a postcard. But I just love the image of the hammock, and you can't see the person except for her lower legs and feet. And as you might have heard me talk on here, I have a hammock on my porch and a hammock in my living room. It's not this style of hammock, but I'm definitely a hammock lover. So there's that. And then these ones are postcards, black and white photos. A little boy and his dog and his sailboat. And these are Pet Savers Foundation postcards. Probably something where you make a donation, or they send these to you and then you make a donation. So the little girl with her kitten on the hay. And then the little boy with his dog. Same thing, Pet Savers. So those are awesome for junk journals. Some of these I might list until I have a chance to use them. If I want to use them, I can always unlist them. I like this one with the bike, the motorcycle and the couple by the side of the road taking a break. It's not really a postcard, but again, a good photo that I can use. And then this one is more of a note card, and it's some castle. Church of St. Mary the Virgin, Titchwell, Norfolk. Sounds like a swear word when a Canadian says it. And then this bunch was Colorado. So the mountains in Colorado. And it's the Flatirons, a typical winter view. The Flatirons, and this I think is the same, yeah, Flatirons, Boulder, Colorado in the fall. And then a set in the summer with a few other pictures. And then another one from like a town, Pearl Street Mall, Boulder, Colorado. And then a winter scene with some lines from people snowboarding down the slope. And all unused. Colorful Colorado with some wildflowers in the foreground. So those were a neat little bundle. And then some Vancouver ones. Stanley Park, Vancouver is beautiful. I love that tree. And then just a aerial view of the city of Vancouver. And then this one doesn't say where it is. So if anyone knows where that picture is, make a comment below and let me know. Beautiful scene. And then this looks to be Niagara Falls. And it's a postcard, just not much writing on the back at all. These ones might have been like a set or something. This is down east somewhere probably. Lighthouse, but that's a beautiful skyline with all the orange. And then this one must be out west somewhere. Again, if you know where any of these are, let me know. And then my husband got a kick out of these. He's Irish descent and he loves Guinness. So at least they serve Guinness here. And it's like the waves crashing on the boardwalk. And you don't have to go far to get cool stuff from Guinness. And at www.guinness.com. And looks like fun, but there's not a drop of Guinness in the place. So these were fun ones. Awful view, not a Guinness in sight. Not bad, but I'd rather be staring at a pint of Guinness. And there's even a nice rainbow in that picture. Beautiful. Dreadful place, no Guinness. So if you don't know Guinness, it's Irish beer. It has quite a following. And then these ones I thought were really pretty. These are all, I think they're really focusing on the china. So this one is the Eternal Honeymoon Cake Stand. And then this one is the tea dishes. And it's, this one actually has writing on it because must have been shopping when she was overseas. So this is honeymoon place setting, butter house cover, oblong dish, luncheon plate, berry bowl, etc., etc. And she's got some prices in pounds sterling, it looks like, to purchase them, I guess. And then some teapots and pitchers in that same line. Honeymoon teapot, creamer and sugar, bowl with spoon. And then this one, I've been wanting to do like a country kitchen themed journal because that's what I do for a living, is design and sell kitchens, and country kitchens are my favorite. And this is from Kendall's. So that must be the name of the place that sells it. And then we've got some more Canadian ones. Thunder Bay, Land of the Sleeping Giant. It's a beautiful sunset scene. And I do have in my magazine clippings, I have a whole section of sunset clippings. One of the things I was thinking I would do is do masterboards where it's either book page or music page mixed with all sunsets or all clouds or all rainbows or all trees. So I'm going to do a series of that this fall and winter. Old Fort William is in Thunder Bay as well. So that's why I had those ones together. And then some more Ontario ones. This is a nice beginning of fall scene with some rapids. And I'm not sure it says, oh, Ragged Falls near Algonquin Park. That's a place we go sometimes. And there's another nice fall scene from Ontario. And that one is also Algonquin Park, Autumn Pond. And then we're into some more overseas ones. These, I got two of these. This is Peveril Castle, Derbyshire, English heritage. So that's really kind of cool. I was hoping to have some Scotland ones, but I think they're all England. Chatsworth House, seat of the Dukes of Devonshire, the Cavendish family. I love bridges like that, pictures of bridges like that. And then Thorpe Cloud, Dovedale. It doesn't say, but all British it says. Peak District, and there's a bunch of these. Peak District, Hardington. Ashford in the Water. Manifold Valley. And Chatsworth, Derbyshire. That's a beautiful house and bridge. Maybe that's the same bridge, is it? Yeah, that's the same place, just two different postcards of it. So that's kind of neat. And then there's one of like, it looks like the inside of a church. It's in Montreal. Interior d'Église Notre Dame Church, main altar. Gorgeous. That's somewhere that we would like to go sometime for a weekend or a week and tour around and look at old buildings. Around Buxton. And that is, it doesn't, printed in England. It must be English. And I think this might be that same building. Chatsworth, Derbyshire. I'm pretty sure that's what that was. Yep, I'll put that with that. And then this one I think I've seen on TV. This place that's built up on this little mound. Once the central stronghold of York Castle, Clifford's Tower stands on a high mound erected on the orders of William the Conqueror. The 13th century tower, with its unusual four-leaved plan, was built by Henry III. So that's neat. And then this big place, this is a very thick postcard. I was trying to pull apart and see if it was two. Haddon Hall, aerial view, built on a limestone outcrop overlooking the River Wye. Haddon Hall is just 2 miles southeast of the market town of Bakewell. It is one of the most beautiful and unspoilt medieval and Tudor manor houses in England. Open April to September. And then we have what looks to be abandoned, but beautiful. Look at the clouds down in the valley there, or mist, I guess it would be. Peveril Castle, Castleton, Derbyshire, England. And we have a Castleton about 15 minutes south of us here in Ontario. So probably descended from there. And then we've got some Monte San Savino. And I'm not sure, I should have looked it up, but I didn't. Maybe Argentina? It says AR. But beautiful pictures of that. A couple different landscapes of that. And then Tuscany, Toscana. Lucrete Senesi. I would think that's Italy. I would guess. And Toscana Poetica, Panzano Grieve in Chianti. That's a beautiful countryside picture. And then Toscano Poetica, La Fosse, Ciantiano Terme. Correct my pronunciation if you know. Toscana Poetica, Fattoria di Leliano Castellina in Chianti. I love that all those tall skinny trees and then the hill in the background. Just beautiful. This is a similar kind of thing. Toscana Poetica San Cirico d'Orazia. And then just Toscana. Hard to resist buying these postcards. The pictures are so beautiful. Toscana Poetica Radi Monteroni d'Arabia. Darbia. Just the place you want to go and buy and live in when you retire. And then a bunch from Ontario, Niagara-on-the-Lake. They must have vacationed there maybe even more than once. So they're beautiful dining room, beautiful bedroom. Probably in the 80s or 90s, judging by the decor. Very fancy and frou-frou. Even the bar setting, Niagara-on-the-Lake, Shaw Cafe and Wine Bar. The pool, fancy oil paintings and chandeliers in the pool area. Really fancy. Dining room, patio. Another little like study room. Garden room, and then a library. Must be a big place. That's the same one. And then another sitting room with a fireplace and a grandfather clock, and looks like it's a glass ceiling in that room. And then a streetcar, Niagara Trolley Company. I think I've got 3 of those. And then 100 Fountain Spa, Niagara-on-the-Lake. 100 Fountain Spa. That's a duplicate. And then this dark green, that would have been late 80s, I would think, with the florals and the dark green and the dark wood. I was doing kitchen design then, and that was the colors. So yeah, great haul on postcards. And I don't have very many actual vintage postcards. Now, these ones aren't old, but they are, collected over time old. The lady was maybe a few years older than me. I would say she was in her maybe early 60s, maybe. She seemed to know a lot of the things. We knew what each other was talking about on a few obscure mentions, so I think we must be about the same age. So I thought that was a really great deal. And then 2 or 3 other items. I got a dress, which has to go through the wash still, but it's not a name I recognized. Probably a size too big for me, but I'll wear it as a house dress. And it's just like a crisscross front and shortish skirt. So I probably won't wear it in public, but I'll wear it around the house. And so it was $1. And then this blouse is one of the brands that I do use from Giant Tiger, Lily Morgan 3X. And it's a nice sort of peasant top with a ring and the elastic collar, I guess. And then just this taupey brownie green and coral and peach. So honestly, not colors I wear all the time, but I've been trying to break out of always wearing purple or turquoise every single day. And so that might be a good one this fall. Again, $1. And then this box with, it's got the Paris and stuff inside in like a script design. And then the outside was Paris and hot air balloons, really pretty ones. And then it has these leather handles that extend down, pleather handles that extend down the side. So I thought this would be good for scrapbooking paper. It's 13 inches inside, so it'll hold my 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper. And that way I could easily bring it out to my desk out here when I want to use when I'm not sure what I want to use. Because what I have been doing quite often is going in and fiddling through my papers, trying to figure out what I want to use, and then I bring them out here, and then they don't always make it back into there. So I can use this and maybe have a seasonal assortment in here that I do want to use. It has one little bit of wording on the one side. It says safety gear in black magic marker, but I can decoupage something over that, put a sticker or something. So I think I did pretty good. I didn't even plan to yard sale yesterday, so it was a little bit of a bonus and didn't spend very much money at all, and very happy with my purchases. So don't discard the idea of going to yard sales to find great things to use for your junk journaling, because they're certainly out there. Most people have some sort of paper junk that they want to get rid of. This lady also had a lot of beads and other craft supplies, but she was asking a little higher price than what I would be willing to pay for things I already have. If it had been things I didn't have, I would have probably paid the price, because it was certainly better than even the dollar store. It was just things I didn't need. So I didn't want to offer her a lower price. I just wanted to leave them for someone else to get a deal. So anyway, I really had fun. It perked my day up pretty good after having to kind of work on the weekend. And so thanks for coming along and seeing what I got. So stay tuned for my next haul, which will be, I'm going to do, not a haul, I'm going to do a boxing up video of a swap that I'm doing with Wanda down in Nova Scotia. So I'm going to gather all the items and do a flip through of the items, and then see if I can get them into the box that I'm supposed to send them in. So stay tuned for that. It'll be fun too. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Most of all, have a great day, and thanks for watching.